everybody, welcome to my home and my craft room, I appreciate you coming out, whether you're new here or whether you've been watching for a while. Thank you very much for coming, but I've decided I'm going to say hello to at least one person per video. So, Joyce, you're it! This is the first, you're the first one. Okay, so, going to try to do that every video. Please put the comments below if I forget. We all know that I'm a little bit, lose my brain sometimes. Anyways, so, what I'm going to do is, you're wondering probably what that is. So, what I'm going to do is a little challenge right now. I've decided that my my scrapbook paper has gotten a little bit out of control, and I find myself going to the store and looking at scrapbook paper and saying you have too much at home. Then you get Mario onto it, and he's getting to know the prices. So if he sees a cheap 12 by 12, a cheap 12 by 12 stack of paper, he usually wants me to pick it up. Oh, it's $12. It's $12. That's not bad for 12. And that's not bad for. And then he gets in Dollarama, and he's going, $4, and it's double-sided, and. Those of you new, Mario and I have a little bit of a weird relationship where we're just pester each other, and he's just funny. So I find it funny when he's in getting used to what paper is what. However, I want to start doing, I want to get some new paper. I'm looking at the same paper, it seems, all of the time. I'm talking about my older paper. I've got like a foot high paper. I stack mine all in a row, but with little things showing me where my blues and my greens and everything are. But I need to refresh it. And in order to refresh it, well, I'm not going to get rid of it. I want to use it. I still enjoy some of the stuff. So I need to refresh. In order to refresh, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a challenge. I'm going to do a challenge. And I invite you to do the same challenge, because you guys all know, us people who do cards, you scrapbookers out there, our pocket letters, our flip books, things like that. All of that. Everybody that does anything with paper crafting like we do, it's a little bit of an addiction, isn't it? That you're going out and you're seeing, oh, that's shiny new paper, and you're loving it. And I want more paper with dimension in it, where it's more, I'm getting the more glittery, or I'm getting my favorite shabby chic or vintage, more vintage, because those are the things I'm attracted to. And I know I need a variety, and I have that, but I need to start using what I've got and refresh. So I plan to do this a few different ways. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do little projects that show the papers that I've been neglecting. So I encourage you to do the same thing. Go on and find, just pull one out of your stack and go and say, okay, what project can I do with this? And please try to do a video, because I'd love to see the projects. I'm going to be doing, I'm hoping to use my scraps first, or a lot of them first. I do have different types. Like, my scraps are not too out of control when it comes to large pieces, but they are a little bit out of control when it comes to the smaller pieces. And you guys all know that those are the ones you use the most. However, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing, I want to try doing quilt design on a card. I'm going to be, I do sections cards, but I'm also going to be using this technique here. Now this is a larger form of the weaving. The reason it's large is because I do whiteboards out of frames, and this was one of my bottoms at one point. So anyways, what I do to do this is not my design. I did get it off Pinterest at some point. I don't know by whom. I'm sure that multiple people have thought about it, mostly because I know I've thought about certain things and then see them done by somebody else. And one of them, like for instance, I did a pocket letter at Christmas and sent it to somebody, and it had the same color coordination and the similar stickers by somebody that I had sent the person one before, just before me. So I was, oh, no, it's not the exact same, but you know, we all think similar. You're looking at things and you're thinking, how can I use it? So so I can't say who thought of this. So what I do is I line up the things that I'm going to be weaving in and out of. So I line my papers up and I stick, like I take the tape and I put it at the top. And I do that with you might want to use a silicone sheet. I do it right on my desk because my desk is, you know, it's made to be used for sure. What I do when I'm done, in order to keep it tight, is that I tape it in the back. So it just keeps it as one solid piece, and that way I can cut it to the size I want. So, part of the challenge means using scrapbook paper like this. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's like a large print flowers, but it's an olive green. So I'm not certain what I'm going to do, but I'm sure I can think of something. Or it can be as pretty as this one. I love this one. I've not used it yet, and I love it. It's got that turquoise on brown, and I like the design that it has. It can be looked at as a flower or just a pretty design, and that's it. So that's the challenge, ladies. Go out, go through your scrapbook paper and start making stuff with it. And yeah, and if you can show me your ideas, all the better. Thank you. Bye.